No rest for weary utility crews since last week's big snowstorms.
We saw it coming. We've been preparing for it, and we're throwing all the resources we can at it to get the power back on.
At the height of that storm, some 100,000 without power. This is SRN News.
Every day it happens. It's usually right after I sit down to eat dinner with my family. The phone rings. It's another annoying sales call. Why does this keep happening? I mean, after all, my phone number is registered with the government's Do Not Call registry. Why do I keep getting these calls?
Call blockers are the only way to remove 100% of these annoying calls from your life. Go to callblockerusa.com. That's callblockerusa.com. The Do Not Call registry fails all the time. It doesn't include international calls, and it doesn't block robocalls, survey calls, political calls, or nonprofit calls. At callblockerusa.com, you'll find the V202 call blocker made by CPR Global. The V202 comes with over 200 well-known call center numbers already pre-programmed to block. If a sales call does get through, all you have to do is hit the big red button that says block now. That number will never be able to call you again. Go to callblockerusa.com today. Don't let these unsolicited companies steal your precious time with your family. Get your V202 call blocker today by visiting callblockerusa.com.
Senator Charles Schumer is calling for federal investigations of high airfares, questioning why they are not dropping along with fuel costs. The New York Democrat says with holiday travel approaching, the high cost of flying is painfully apparent to thousands of passengers. He's calling for the Department of Justice and the Department of Transportation to investigate why airfares are so high despite rapidly declining fuel costs. President Obama's pick to have the Social Security Administration's run into more trouble after Senate Democrats canceled a procedural vote on her nomination. The confirmation vote for Carolyn Colton may now not come until January, and that's after Republicans take control of the Senate. Congregants in African-American churches across the country today wore black to services, and they prayed over the men in attendance. It was a symbolic stand against fatal police shootings of unarmed black men. This is SRN News. There may be some things worth losing sleep over, but as SRN's Rich Thomason reports, those big old chunks of space rock aren't one of them.
NASA says a newly spotted 1,300-foot wide asteroid is no threat to Earth, despite recent media reports to the contrary. A NASA researcher says the asteroid discovered in October by Russian scientists will not even get that close to Earth in the next 150 years, and it's no threat to any other planet either.
Calculations by NASA and Harvard say the closest the asteroid will get to Earth is 2.7 million miles in April 2047. No public memorial events planned today in Newtown, Connecticut, as the community marks the second anniversary of the shooting at Sandy Hook Elementary School. Town officials say that it is a day of private reflection and remembrance. More details at srnnews.com. From Washington, I'm Wally Hines.
The showroom at South Point presents a very special Christmas show for the entire family. The Tony Orlando Christmas Show. A story of how Santa has to convince Tony Orlando that Santa Claus is real.
Tony, it's me, Santa.
December 19th through the 21st. Tickets at the box office. Online at southpointcasino.com or charge by phone. 702-797-8055. Tony Orlando's Christmas Show at the South Point.
Everything looks right.
The showroom at South Point presents illusionist Rick Thomas. Mind-gripping effects that will have you mesmerized. December 26th through the 28th. Is it magic? Illusion? Is it real? Tickets are vanishing fast. Conjure yours now by the magic of going online at southpointcasino.com or charge by phone. 702-797-8055. Rick Thomas. The South Point.
You're listening to Living Full Out with Nancy Solari. As a successful motivational speaker and trusted life coach, Nancy knows how you can live the life you want regardless of the challenges you face. Although she's legally blind, Nancy's mission is to inspire others to overcome obstacles and live life full out. Call in at 800-333-0001 to ask Nancy for advice on topics such as relationships, finances, business, health, and more. Just call 800-333-0001. Once again, that's 800-333-0001. And now, here's Nancy.
and most people my age are kind of entering their senior year of college, and I'm still really trying to figure out my basics in my major of nursing, which I selected late on, kind of maybe summer after my freshman year of college, because I didn't always know I wanted to be a nurse. But now that I'm getting into the coursework and I'm just about done with my prerequisites to enter nursing school, I've just found it really challenging, and although I really like science and science-geared courses, it's not necessarily how my brain works best, and so I really do struggle with everything, and I just kind of wonder, is this right for me if I can't even, get there, and I already feel so behind that it's not that I don't want to be a nurse, it's just... I just feel so hindered along the way. So
you know what? You bring up such a good question, and so many times in life we are challenged, and the one that comes to mind right away is the best things in life are worth fighting for. You got to get through it. And it's interesting because I was just talking to a chiropractor I work with this week, and she was saying that same thing. Her 4 years of chiropractic school was so difficult, and she wanted to give up countless times, but she got through it. She got the degree. She cried, she screamed, she hated it.
Yeah.
But when she got done, and now years later, she loves what she does. So, what you really want to do during this time is figure out how to get rid of that anxiety, that stress. Because when we're in a stressful situation, we're kind of like a soda can all shook up, right? And the minute you pop that top, it explodes. So you want to think about different ways in which you can limit your stress. Maybe that's listening to music that calms you or makes you happy, when you're in that moment, or working out, or, trying not to eat or drink things that would not support you. How do you do on that?
Usually to manage stress, I'm really bad about managing my stress.
Okay.
To be honest, but
okay.
I know I'm not bad about it, but I know I'm still figuring out ways to manage it best.
Well,
and so I think working out is the best way that I've found to manage my stress overall.
Well, you know what? You might just manage your stress and then, get further in shape at the same time. What a great thing, right? So sometimes things that we turn to help manage stress, they actually serve us long term. So as we're looking ahead into the next month, 2 months, 3 months, set forth a plan, things that you can do and try, maybe things you haven't done before that will help you eliminate the stress. But I would hang in there, because when I need a nurse, I want to come to you, Cassidy. Okay? All right?
Thank you,
don't give up. All right. Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
You're welcome. Stay on the line. We want to go ahead and get you information so we can stay in touch and support you, okay? Thank you so much.
I appreciate it.
You got it. That is such a great question that she was asking, and we've all been there at one time or another. Maybe it's a test or a job or an interview, something that stressed us out, but we got to stay the course. Our life, our dreams, our goals are worth it, but we have to get over that hill, get over that hump to get to the other side. We're going to go back to the lines. We have Caitlin. Hi, Caitlin. Welcome to the Living Full Out Radio Show.
Hi, thank you.
Hi, how are you doing today?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm great. Tell me, what's going on today?
So I just graduated college in May, and I actually got a full-time job right out of school, which is great.
Congratulations.
However, thank you so much. I am, the youngest worker there, so I do work really hard so I can not only stay with the employers who have been there longer, but so I can kind of prove to my bosses that, I am here to do work. But at the same time, a lot of my coworkers have a hard time taking me seriously or seeing me as their equal instead of, just a young kid who happens to, also be in the workforce.
Right. You know what? Personally, I'm so proud of you for graduating, getting that job, being successful at your age. And don't ever feel bad for that. Don't let other people make you feel small or anything, because you're right on target. You have great things ahead of you. But what you might want to consider is just maybe taking in more knowledge, finding resources that can help educate you on ways in which you can, communicate with your colleagues, or, do things to show them that you are at that level, the same level that we are. You know, the thing is, you can't help your age. You are what you are, but you're already successful. And when you do things that serve the community at your work, your entire office, they're going to start to see, wow, what would our life be without Caitlin? You know, she's such an important role here. As they start to see your role be more and more significant, more and more crucial to the everyday workings, they're not going to be able to imagine you not being there. Does that make sense?
Yes, it does.
So, you know, I would support your colleagues, be there for them, really pitch in where you can, because you have the energy of someone who's young. You have the creativity, the desire. So channel that for the good in the office. But I really believe in you. You're going to go on to do great things. I'm personally honored that you called in today. And what I would just say is be yourself. Don't be anything different. Don't be ashamed or play small. Like I said, just be yourself, but look for ways in which you can make yourself such an important role within that community. Okay,
thank you so much. I really appreciate it.
Oh, you're very welcome. And go ahead and stay on the line with us, Caitlin, because we want to get your information. We have some information that I think would help you in supporting you here. Okay?
Okay, thank you.
All right. Have a wonderful day.
You too. Thank you.
Thank you. I am so proud of her, and for anybody else listening in her position, just stay the course. Don't let anybody tell you that you should or shouldn't be anything. Just believe in yourself. That's the biggest thing about living full out. We're going to go back to the lines. We have Rachel. Hi, Rachel. Welcome to Living Full Out.
Hi.
Hi. How are you doing today?
I'm all right. Just need a little bit of advice, I guess.
Well, you've come to the right place. What's going on?
So I've been dating my boyfriend for about 3.5 years now, and we've been getting really serious, but I guess I just kind of want advice on really approaching the subject of asking him about his thoughts on marriage and maybe marrying fairly quickly as opposed to kind of in the long term.
Mm-hmm.
I just don't want to, like, emasculate him. I want him to feel like it's a decision we're kind of coming to together.
Yeah. Well, you know what? So many other women are like nodding their heads right now because they've either been there or are there. But the thing is remember that he is your best friend, right? And so sometimes you have to take away the big goal of marriage or that big question and put it aside for a second and just ask your best friend, you know, where are they at? You have to check in with him, because if he's not ready, he may not be ready. He may not feel he's ready financially. He may not feel he's ready emotionally. And you want to check in with him and make sure that when you both come together, that it's really exciting for both of you. Nobody wants to be forced to do anything. But if you go in it like that, like you are checking in with him, you're just seeing where he's at with that, that's not taking away his masculinity. That's not forcing him into anything. It's a conversation. And then you continue the conversation. Now, don't become a nagger, but just continue the conversation. But I believe in you and trust in your love. That's the biggest thing. Because if you're meant to be together, and if you turn to your best friend and start that dialogue, then you will get to the point of marriage. But you want to be there when you're both ready. Does that make sense?
Yeah, it does. It does.
Okay. And, you know, we've had other callers call in on the same questions. So I actually have some resources that I'd love to email to you that I think will motivate you and keep you strong, depending on whatever their answer he gives you may be. I want you to feel supported, okay? So if you could just stay on the line, we'll get you information and let us know how it goes.
Thank you so much.
Thank you. So many great questions today. Remember, we are live. That number to call in is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. Living full out is about feeling free. It's that being able to breathe and know that you're on the right track. So for anybody calling in tonight, know that no question's too big or too small. Whatever's on your mind, whatever's keeping you up at night, let's address it. Again, the number to call in is 800-333-0001. This is the Living Full Out radio show.
Imagine relaxing with a cup of the finest tea in existence. Complex, perfectly balanced, fragrant teas that were once only reserved for emperors and royalty are now yours to enjoy with Waterfall Teas. With a range of fragrances, flavors, and pleasures selected from the most elite tea regions in the world. The nectar of the tea leaves of our exquisite teas spreads goodness from the mouth to the whole body, making every essence of your being rejoice. Go to waterfallteas.com and let Waterfall Tea Company be your personal tea sommelier. waterfallteas.com.
Living Full Out is a motivational speaking and life coaching company dedicated to helping others achieve their potential. Whether you're looking for one-on-one coaching or seeking to empower your employees with customized presentations, Nancy Solari will give you and your team the tools to de-stress, self-motivate, and pursue your vision for the future. To find out more about our coaching and presentation options, visit livingfullout.com or call 310-909-7800. Again, that's livingfullout.com or 310-909-7800.
Are you looking to attract more clients for your business? Well, the folks at Directory Tree can help. They can connect you with business owners, presidents, and C-level executives that make decisions on buying your services. Usually these executives are difficult to reach, and they make most of the decisions. Directory Tree can help you to connect with these business executives. Their expert team does all the work. They craft the message, send out the email, and track the results. Let Directory Tree promote, manage, and grow your business. Contact them at 800-340-1117. That's 800-340-1117.
The Living Full Out radio show would like to thank all of our partners. They are a great resource to the show and to the community. If you own or manage a business and would like to promote your services, give us a call to partner with the show. You may even qualify for a guest hosting segment. Please call us at 310-909-7800 or email at partner@livingfullout.com. Once again, that number is 310-909-7800. Or you can email us at partner@livingfullout.com.
You're listening to Living Full Out with Nancy Solari. As a certified life coach, Nancy can help you to overcome challenges and start living full out. Call in with questions live at 800-333-0001. Once again, that's 800-333-0001. And now, here's Nancy.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. This is the Living Full Out radio show, and we are so excited. We're having so many good callers tonight. We're about living your life full out and how to go about letting go of those limiting beliefs or letting go of what people say about us that might hold us back from our true potential. We're also talking today about how to go about living a legacy. That's so crucial because we're in this life to make our mark, to make our imprint. And so if you have any questions today, that number to call in is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. As a certified life coach, I work with clients all the time about different dilemmas that they have. And, you know, Nancy, how can I live my life full out? My husband says this about me, or my friends or my family want me to do this. And a lot of times those limiting beliefs, those extra pressures, they're not real. You have to understand that you have the ability to let those go. Literally, if somebody says that you're a bad communicator, you have the ability to let that go and say, no, I am a good communicator. I do believe in myself. Now, be careful because you do have to ask if there is some truth in any way to what they're saying. If there is truth to what they're saying, part of living full out is about evolving and constantly growing. So in that case, you might want to seek out resources. I mean, online, there's tons of blogs or books or audios that could really support you and fill you up. So that's the main thing. You know, it's really important that living full out is about being able and willing to accept what we don't like. Sometimes we will learn things about ourselves that we have to change. But I personally, when I'm in this situation, and I've been here a couple of times even this week, I've been called out on some things, and I will say to myself, gosh, let me think about that. Wow, maybe that is true. And the minute that I recognize it and the minute that I'm able to set that free and make that adjustment, now I know that I'm a better version of myself than I was before. So consider that. If people are saying things that might be truthful, just take it in, make the adjustments, and then move forward, because truly living your life full out is about constantly making those adjustments and constantly changing. So when we go on further today into the show, we have a great guest host that's going to be joining us in the next segment, Jack Gilnack. We're going to be talking a lot about leaving a legacy and helping other callers with those questions that they'll be having. So stay tuned with that. Again, the number to call in is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001 if you have any questions today. You know, as someone who's visually impaired, I have to encounter so many different challenges in a day. I mean, just when I have something figured out, like I have a computer that talks to me throughout my day and it reads my emails, it reads the internet. Well, sometimes the computer, gets confused. And when that happens, it throws off my day. I have to find someone to help me with computer support. So again, when challenges happen, we have to take them head on, find resources, find people that can put us back on track. So in order to move forward in life, you have to find those people in your life that can get you back on track. Now, we do have a very special interview today that I want to share with all of you. We have Russell Hornbeak. Are you there, Russell?
Hey, hi, Nancy.
Hi, how are you doing, Russell?
I'm good.
Good. Hey, I want to share with everybody that Russell Hornbeak is the founder of Music Saves Lives. Now, he understands the need for ample blood supply. He also is about building the National Marrow Registry so that individuals who have blood cancers, that they have a chance for a cure. And honestly, Russell, I'm so proud that you're on the phone with me today. Thank you so much for joining us.
Oh, well, thank you for allowing me to come on and talk about Music Saves Lives.
Absolutely. Let's just dive on in. So tell me, how did you start Music Saves Lives?
Well, it was I had a medical background in the first place. And at the same time, I was raising teenagers. And just a lot of things lined up. At that time, my medical company was focused and working with the American Red Cross. I learned a very important point that 30% of the blood supply comes from colleges and high schools. Now, what got me all started with this, all of a sudden summer rolls around and 30% of the blood supply drops. And,
wow.
I was working with the American Red Cross. They said, every year we have this issue. We don't know what to do. We try to find these kids that normally donate while they're at school and things like that, but we can't pinpoint who, where they're at. And with teenagers at home, I learned that, of course, they wake up to, their favorite radio station, their music, and all these things. And I just had this idea that we can connect the music that these kids love back into getting them back out to donate blood, register for the Marrow program, and we can give them some kind of music benefit. So a lot of these kids hit up festivals and concerts.
I love that. I mean, I think that is so inspiring. And, I know that you've been around now for about 10 years. What milestones have you achieved over the last 10 years in the growth of Music Saves Lives?
Well, I mean, over 10 years, we've been able to do amazing things. I mean, we've hit over 1 million blood donations with young people. And right now, every summer, we see almost between 60 and 80,000 blood donations every summer, which affects the national blood supply by a little bit over 5% during June, July, and August.
Wow.
So we're able to get these kids back out, and it's amazing.
That is so incredible and so impressionable at their young lives that they're able to contribute in that way. That's so wonderful.
Yeah, when you have a kid go out and they're able to, donate blood and give an hour of their life, and all of a sudden they realize that they've saved somebody in their community, it really does leave a huge impression on them.
Wow, yeah, definitely. And I'm so proud of you that you've built that. You've made that possible for those young adults. In terms of Music Saves Lives, because it is such an important movement that you're really creating here, what legacy do you want to leave behind when you look into the future?
Well, I think it really boils down to the young people and knowing that, we're building a kind of this bridge that allows young people to do something good and not just give from their wallet and, wonder where money is going and things like that. They can actually give of themselves. I mean, a life-saving blood donation or a marrow registration. I mean, when we talk about marrow registration, those are so important. I mean, a lot of people don't realize that the National Marrow Program needs young people. And these young people are able to match those that have these blood cancers. And you literally, if somebody is a match, 1,000,000-to-1 match, you'd be the only person in the entire world that will be able to save that person with leukemia. Wow. It makes a huge impression, and I hope that the legacy of, that's built from Music Saves Lives is, that we make an impression on these kids to continue to save lives all through their, as they grow, they get through college and go to work, they can remember back how good it felt to give back.
You know what? That is so powerful. And honestly, I got chills when you were talking about that because, again, you're putting them on such a giving path at an early age. Now, if somebody wants to reach out to you, how can they?
Well, the best way is to, go to our website at musicsavesllives.org. There's a contact form on there. That is the best way because we're a kind of a really hip virtual company because we work with so many young people. I have interns all over the United States that help me, field questions from the website. And that's really the best way of reaching out to us is to go to our website.
You know what? I've had some of my team go to your website, and they would say exactly that. It is hip, it's trendy, it's on it. So you got a good site there. So I just want to encourage all of our listeners to check out Music Saves Lives because, Russell, you've built such a great legacy, and there's so much more to come. So I just really appreciate you calling in today and letting everybody know about what you've built. It's wonderful.
Well, thank you, and I hope that your listeners can go there and learn a little bit more about what we do. And we love the support. We love the support.
Well, we love you here at the Living Full Out Radio Show. So thank you so much for calling in, and I hope you have a great Sunday. Okay?
Oh, you too, Nancy. Have a good show.
Thank you, Russell. Take care. Bye. Everybody, like I said, Music Saves Lives. It is powerful and a great way to get involved and make a big, big impact on so many. We are going to go back to the lines in just a bit here. That number again is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. So he talked about how Music Saves Lives is building a legacy. I want you to think about through the rest of the show, what is your legacy? What are you building? Now, again, it depends on, where you are in your life, but it may be that building a legacy is being a great mom, a great dad. It may be starting a nonprofit. It may be starting a company, but it also just may be being you. Being that good listener, being a giving person, being a outgoing, fun, humorous person and cheering people up. So know that it's really important that you think about what legacy you want to build and start working towards that now. Through the rest of the show, we're going to continue to talk about how to live your life full out, how to build that legacy, and most of all, how to really let go of those limiting beliefs so you can move forward in a very strong way. When we come back in our next segment, we're going to be with Jack Gilnack, our guest host, and it is going to be a very powerful segment. We're going to take more callers, and it's going to be really wonderful. And again, the number to call in is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. This is the Living Full Out Radio Show, and I am Nancy Solari, and we're looking forward to all of your calls. Again, 800-333-0001.
Imagine relaxing with a cup of the finest tea in existence. Complex, perfectly balanced, fragrant teas that were once only reserved for emperors and royalty are now yours to enjoy with Waterfall Teas. With a range of fragrances, flavors, and pleasures selected from the most elite tea regions in the world, the nectar of the tea leaves of our exquisite teas spreads goodness from the mouth to the whole body, making every essence of your being rejoice. Go to waterfallteas.com and let Waterfall Tea Company be your personal tea sommelier. waterfallteas.com.
Living Full Out is a motivational speaking and life coaching company dedicated to helping others achieve their potential. Whether you're looking for one-on-one coaching or seeking to empower your employees with customized presentations, Nancy Solari will give you and your team the tools to de-stress, self-motivate, and pursue your vision for the future. To find out more about our coaching and presentation options, visit livingfullout.com or call 310-909-7800. Again, that's livingfullout.com or 310-909-7800.
Are you looking to attract more clients for your business? Well, the folks at Directory Tree can help. They can connect you with business owners, presidents, and C-level executives that make decisions on buying your services. Usually these executives are difficult to reach, and they make most of the decisions. Directory Tree can help you to connect with these business executives. Their expert team does all the work. They craft the message, send out the email, and track the results. Let Directory Tree promote, manage, and grow your business. Contact them at 800-340-1117. That's 800-340-1117.
The Living Full Out Radio Show would like to thank all of our partners. They are a great resource to the show and to the community. If you own or manage a business and would like to promote your services, give us a call to partner with the show. You may even qualify for a guest hosting segment. Please call us at 310-909-7800 or email at partner@livingfullout.com. Once again, that number is 310-909-7800. Or you can email us at partner@livingfullout.com.
You're listening to Living Full Out with Nancy Solari. A professional motivational speaker, Nancy can help you overcome obstacles and start living full out. Call in with questions live at 800-333-0001. Once again, that's 800-333-0001. And now, here's Nancy.
Hello, everybody. I hope you're having a wonderful Sunday. This show is going so fast. We're having tons of great callers, and we're trying to get to everybody as fast as we can. But we're sure glad that you're calling in. That number again is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. Today, we're talking about living your life full out, going after building a legacy in a very special way, or letting go of those limiting beliefs that are holding you back. This is your time to call in and get valuable advice so that you can move forward and truly live your life full out. Now, as I said in the last segment, I have a very special guest host with me today. We have Jack Gilnack. Hello, Jack.
Hello, Nancy.
Hi.
Hi.
So Jack specializes in assisting seniors, 60 plus, in terms of helping them to protect the assets that they earn over their entire life and helping to build that legacy for them while minimizing taxes and, keeping the government away if possible. Jack, how do you do all that?
Well, thank you, Nancy. It's such a personal thing to plan your estate and to decide what kind of a legacy you're going to leave your family, your children, your grandchildren. And that's certainly a process that we take our clients through to understand their situation and to understand what it is that they're trying to do.
You talk a lot about building a legacy. That is so special, and especially for someone who's 60 plus. What is that conversation like with them?
Well, just as a little background on some of the differences, people might be familiar with two words called estate planning. Mm-hmm. And estate planning is certainly a similar process as legacy wealth transfer, but not exactly the same. Within estate planning, clients tend to pass their assets, their physical assets, their cars, their homes, on to the next generation. When we speak to somebody about legacy wealth transfer and what kind of a legacy they want to leave, the legacy is so much more than that. It's experiences, it's wisdom, it's thoughts, it's the way that you think that your family should be into the future and the way that you were in the past. So it's a much broader definition than estate planning.
That is so powerful. I mean, honestly, and for anybody who doesn't know Jack as personally as I do, who you see right now, this lovely, calm, generous gentleman, he really is that way. So, Jack, tell us more. I'm telling you, you're amazing. So, how else do you help these seniors if they are trying to deal with protecting those assets?
Certainly. Once we set up their legacy wealth plan, it's very important that between the time that we set up this plan to the time that somebody has left on this earth and throughout that time, that the assets that they've worked so hard throughout their life, that they are protected. And they're different assets, for example, real estate, for example, stock market investments, different personal possessions. So these things we coach our clients over time to make sure that these assets are protected and are actually left to pass on to the next generation.
So I'm like constantly thinking right now all the things that I need to do. After the show, you and I have to talk so that I can be prepared for that. And you know, there's other things that you do. Don't you do workshops, and you wrote a book recently?
Absolutely, yes. I co-authored the Los Angeles edition of a book called Don't Go Broke in a Nursing Home. And one of our very most important topics that we have to take our clients through a process is to help them understand that financing any kind of long-term care expenses may definitely drain an estate. And that's one of the things that we try to protect our clients' assets from by setting up specific different types of insurance, for example, or different ways to protect their assets so that in case there is a long-term care situation and somebody needs in-home care or a nursing care or has to go to an assisted living facility, so that other assets may subsidize and provide financing for that while maintaining their personal assets to hold on to live on, and to pass on to the next generation.
Wow, that is so powerful. And, you know, I just want to make sure, because I want to make sure people get your contact information. If they want to reach out to you and get more information or learn more, how can they do that?
Sure. Our phone number, we have an 888 number. It's 888-909-0551. 888-909-0551. And our main website is www.premierwealthcoach.com.
Fantastic. Now, you've been listening to this entire show, and
Yes.
we've been talking about living full out and letting go of those limiting beliefs and embracing whatever legacy we feel inspired to do. You know, do you have any personal stories about that in your life, how that resonates with you, this topic?
Absolutely. It's just a matter of choosing which story. It's so many stories. You're doing such an amazing job, and thank you.
So nice.
Really, in my life, you know, we all have limiting beliefs. We all have people from the outside telling us we can't do something, or which sometimes translates into our own inner voice limiting ourselves because somebody from external from us has said something. And we all have failures, and we all have good days and bad days. And something that I've learned over time, I suppose, something I've learned how to deal with the failures, for example, the down days, is whenever you do have a down day, whenever you do have a failure or something may not have worked right, what I do is I give it a shelf life. I give that kind of a feeling, that feeling of failure, a 24-hour period. And in that 24 hours, I'm down, I get a little depressed, I kind of kick myself a little bit. But once that 24 hours is up, the second it's on the 25th hour, my attitude changes.
Yep.
That has become a part of my past, and it does not define my future. And I just push forward, and there's no more depression. There's no more failure feelings.
That is so powerful. And so many people today listening, I want us all to channel that. So when we have a tough bump in the road, give it 24 hours. Now, I'm very curious. We do have a caller on the line. So I want to go to the lines. We have Alex. Alex, welcome to the Living Full Out Radio Show. How are you?
Hey, good. How are you, Nancy?
Hi, I'm wonderful. You're with Jack Gilnack and myself.
Hi, Alex.
And how can we help you? What's going on today?
Okay, so I'm having a little bit of a home issue. I'm in school currently, and I'm debating on if I should go with my parents' dreams of what they have for me, or if I should follow my own dreams. And they want me to become a doctor. I've never wanted to be a doctor. I've actually wanted to be a teacher since I was about 10 years old. So I'm just wondering, how should I go about telling them?
Alex, are you still there?
Yeah, did you hear me?
I did. I think I got the question. You too, Jack?
Yes.
Yes. Well, Jack, what do you think? Because that's a great question at such an early age. What should he do?
Definitely. You know, I think honesty is the best policy. It's kind of like tearing off a Band-Aid. You should let them know your feelings and kind of let them live with it for a little bit. Let them get used to it. Explain to them your passion for what you think you want to do. Explain to them how much you're going to enjoy living life because you're going to be happy in doing what you want to do. And even though you respect their feelings and you respect their advice and you respect them as individuals, it's so much more important to wake up every morning and to really love what you do and to love the people you help and the people that you surround yourself by.
Does that resonate with you?
Yeah, it definitely does. But one more question, though.
Yeah.
How, because I know my parents, and I know that regardless, they love me regardless, but I do know that there is going to be some disappointment. How do I deal with that? Because I've always been one for pleasing my parents.
Well, Jack and I have never disappointed our parents. How did you handle that one, Jack?
You know, there's no way around it. There may be a bit of disappointment initially, but I promise you after a certain amount of time, they're going to come around. They're not going to lose their love for you. They're going to continue loving you. They're just going to see you in a different light. And it's just a matter of them getting used to your new role that you're going to play in your future and for them to understand that.
I agree with that so much. And the thing is stay true to what it is that you want to do. The more you take a stance that this is what I want to do, the more you believe in it, you trust it, they're eventually going to come around. They're going to be so overwhelmed by your desire to stick with it, even though they tell you not to. That's inspiring. When I see people out in the world stay the course and put aside any rejections or opinions. I mean, to me, I'm like, wow, that person is really convicted. They're really serious about what they want. So you just stay the course. And, Alex,
that is very, very, very motivating of you to say that.
Well, you know what? You're calling the Living Full Out radio show. So we want to make sure that you stay motivated and we believe in you. So stay on the phone. We want to go ahead and get your information so we can, continue to support you after the call. Okay. But thank you so much for calling in. Thank you, Alex. So, wow, I can't believe how fast this segment goes. But, Jack, again, you have been a wealth of information today. How can our listeners contact you after today?
Our 888 number is 888-909-0551. And our website is www.premierwealthcoach.com.
Perfect. And we have about 1 minute before we go to break, but what would you say as just a motivational tip to give our listeners as they head in the day?
Motivational tip. Well, the sun is shining, the birds are singing, the skies are blue, especially out here in Los Angeles, but they'll get blue if you're in other parts of the country and it's raining. So just keep going, keep pushing, and keep living full out.
Well said. Well said. And again, for anybody who has anything on their mind today that's keeping you up at night or that's stressing you out, call us. That number is 800-333-0001, 800-333-0001. Thank you so much, Jack Ilnack, for joining us. And we're so proud of your involvement with the show. Again, this is the Living Full Out radio show, and we'll look forward to more calls.
Imagine relaxing with a cup of the finest tea in existence. Complex, perfectly balanced, fragrant teas that were once only reserved for emperors and royalty are now yours to enjoy with Waterfall Teas. With a range of fragrances, flavors, and pleasures selected from the most elite tea regions in the world, the nectar of the tea leaves of our exquisite teas spreads goodness from the mouth to the whole body, making every essence of your being rejoice. Go to waterfallteas.com and let Waterfall Tea Company be your personal tea sommelier. waterfallteas.com.
Living Full Out is a motivational speaking and life coaching company dedicated to helping others achieve their potential. Whether you're looking for one-on-one coaching or seeking to empower your employees with customized presentations, Nancy Solari will give you and your team the tools to de-stress, self-motivate, and pursue your vision for the future. To find out more about our coaching and presentation options, visit livingfullout.com or call 310-909-7800. Again, that's livingfullout.com or 310-909-7800.
Are you looking to attract more clients for your business? Well, the folks at Directory Tree can help. They can connect you with business owners, presidents, and C-level executives that make decisions on buying your services. Usually these executives are difficult to reach, and they make most of the decisions. Directory Tree can help you to connect with these business executives. Their expert team does all the work. They craft the message, send out the email, and track the results. Let Directory Tree promote, manage, and grow your business. Contact them at 800 800-340-1117. That's 800-340-1117.
The Living Full Out Radio Show would like to thank all of our partners. They are a great resource to the show and to the community. If you own or manage a business and would like to promote your services, give us a call to partner with the show. You may even qualify for a guest hosting segment. Please call us at 310-909-7800 or email at partner@livingfullout.com. Once again, that number is 310-909-7800. Or you can email us at partner@livingfullout.com.
You're listening to Living Full Out with Nancy Solari. As a trusted life coach, Nancy will help you overcome setbacks and embrace all life has to offer. Call in with questions live at 800-333-0001. Once again, that's 800-333-0001. And now, here's Nancy.
Hello, everybody. Wow, this show is going so fast. I cannot believe it. But everybody who's called in today with such great questions, I appreciate that. And I'm so glad that we can empower you here within the show to live your life full out. Today, we're talking about how to go about living a legacy in your life. And also, we're talking about moving forward in life, letting go of those limiting beliefs that are holding you back from what you really want. So we're going to go back to the lines. We have Bridget. Are you on the line? Hi, Bridget. Welcome to the Living Full Out Radio Show. Hi. Tell me, what's going on?
So I'm a student at the University of Illinois, and I study Spanish with a minor in business.
Uh-huh.
And one day I'm hoping to move out to D.C. and hopefully work for the government, particularly the Department of State. So I was wondering how I can look past the belief that women aren't supposed to be involved in politics and how that's more of a man's job.
You know what? With people like you, okay, here's the thing. You have to go into that industry, into that realm, because we need strong women like you. And yes, people may say that there aren't a lot of women, in politics or in even other industries, but it takes one by one those women, those strong women going into those realms in order to make that difference. So do you believe in yourself? Do you believe in your ability to do great things in the world?
I definitely do, yes.
Okay. And if you go into politics, what are you going to add? What's going to be like your imprint, your legacy?
I think it helps that I do have a diverse background considering I study Spanish. I'm able to look at more than just one point of view. And definitely, hopefully work in international relations.
That's perfect. That's perfect. So what I want you to do is hold that near and dear to your heart, okay? So anytime anybody tries to tell you that you can't do something, you can't do this profession, just know that you can and you have something very special to offer, something unique to offer. Okay. And I want you
so much.
No problem. Thank you for calling in. And I want to get your information so that we can stay in touch with you. And I do encourage you to call us back in sometime. Let us know how it's going. Okay.
Awesome. Thank you so much.
Thank
it's
you.
Always great to hear.
Wonderful. Bridget, you're going to do great. So we'll stay in touch and thank you for calling in.
Thank you. Have a good night.
Bye-bye. Wonderful question. And, for anybody who feels as though they can't do anything, the can'ts, the shouldn'ts, the wouldn'ts, anything N''T, just put it aside. It's not real. We're going to go back to the line. So we have Emily. Welcome to the Living Full Out Radio Show.
Hi, how are you?
Hi, Emily. How are you today?
I'm doing good. Thank you.
Good. So tell us, what's on your mind?
So I'm a senior in college, and I will be graduating in May of 2015 with my degree in broadcast journalism. I have big aspirations and would like to go as far as I possibly can in this field. And my younger brother actually is autistic, and I would like to be there for him as well. So my question is, how can I pursue my dreams and leave a legacy while being there for him despite not knowing where I'll end up?
Great question. And here's the thing. Your brother, being autistic or not, he only wants the best for you. You're his sister. The better you do in life, the better you'll be able to provide support to him, be there for him. And even though he hasn't been able to voice that, I promise you, he would want you to do what it takes. If it means moving somewhere for a short amount of time or even an extended amount of time, what you can do in the world, the special gifts that you have, only you can do that. There's only one Emily. Okay? So you have to thrust yourself out there and believe that what you're doing will come full circle to not only provide for you, your future family, but also your current family. And trust me when I say that, like in my life, anything that my family does, what my mom does, what my sisters do, when we have wins in life, we all have wins. It's a group win. Okay? So love your brother. Visit your brother as much as you can. Give him pictures. Do everything you can to stay connected to him. But you being successful is a win for you and him. Do you get that?
Thank you. Nice, yeah.
Absolutely, absolutely. So I'd love for you to stay on the line because I have some really great resources that I think will help you with this transition, okay? Thank you so much for calling in. Okay, thank you.
Thank you.
Oh, that is such a great question, and thank you so much, Emily, for calling in. We have another caller, Liz. Hi, Liz. Welcome to the Living Full Out radio show. Liz. Hi. Hey, tell us what's up. How are you doing?
I'm okay. So basically what's going on is I'm 30. I'm a paralegal here in Austin. And about 3 months ago, I realized that I had developed a little bit of a problem with alcohol. So I just decided to quit drinking. And I feel amazing. But the thing is, all my friends, our whole social life was based around going out to bars and drinking. And ever since I stopped, they'll invite me out still sometimes, but I can tell, I make them uncomfortable. And I just don't know at this point if I need to give up on them and, go meet other people to continue to better myself, or I just don't know how to handle it.
You know what, Liz? First of all, congratulations on being, sober and just really being true to yourself and all that success that you've had. I'm so proud of you, number one. Number two, we're going to meet different people throughout our lives, and sometimes we will mature at different rates. So some of your friends, they're kind of stuck in a cycle that they don't know any more than they know. They're in the phase of their life that they are, and maybe they haven't had that big moment in their life to give them those aha moments like you had. You had a really big event in your life, a big education. And it's evolved you to be a more mature and personally, I think, a great version of yourself. I adore who you are today. So I wouldn't get rid of those friends, but I would just kind of put them in their own little place. Do stay in touch with them, reach out to them. If any of them put you down or are not serving you as a friend, then you want to consider getting rid of that friendship. But otherwise, they only know what they know. They haven't been where you are. So then what I would do is I would embrace new friendships because our lives are like a story and yours is being written one chapter at a time. So, embrace what's ahead of you. Look for those friends that are looking to make a big difference. Like what you've just gone through, what a great impact could you make on others? Have you thought about that?
Yeah, and I'm kind of hoping that, my friends would kind of see that I'm doing a lot better, I'm happier, I'm healthier, and kind of be inspired by that, but so far they haven't.
Well, okay.
It's just hard.
Yeah, go ahead.
I was just going to say at my age, it's kind of hard to, just go out and make new friends, It's not like, I'm meeting a whole lot of new people.
Well,
so that's why I'm just having a really hard time with it.
Well, but again, you're not giving up your friends. But it's scary sometimes to embrace new. It's scary to meet new people or wonder how am I going to do this. But, we had a show last week where we advised a gentleman who also needed to meet new friends, or that was what his question was regarding. And we let him know about a resource called meetup.com. And if you go to meetup.com, there's a bunch of different activities that you can get involved in and meet people. And the thing is don't be afraid. Just embrace it. That's what Living Full Out's about. And and I can appreciate the fact that you just want your buddies and you want them to be okay with where you are in your life. But they haven't gone anywhere. They're just not there yet.
Yeah.
But I have to say, I'm going to think about you a lot today. I am, because you have inspired me big time. And there's a lot of listeners that are dealing with alcoholism, drugs, overeating, maybe anorexia. There's always going to be something that people are addicted to or trying to overcome. And you serve as such a great example So I'm just so proud of you. And I want you to let more people know about you. Start taking applications. You know, you're looking for new friends, okay? Okay. And just laugh, okay? Because hearing you laugh right now, that is powerful. That's the Liz that we all love. Keep laughing. Okay? All right. Stay on the line. I want to get your information because I want to make sure that we stay in touch with you as you go along your journey here, okay?
Okay, great. Thank you.
Thank you, Liz. So many wonderful calls tonight, and honestly, I'm touched each week by everybody who calls in with, you know, what is really burdening them, you know, what is a real big challenge in their life. And the best way to get over that challenge, to get over that hump, is to ask for help, to ask for advice. So you can call into the Living Full Out radio show each Sunday, and I am here for you. Or I even want you to trust in other people in your life. Turn to other people. If you got something that is, you know, heavy on your heart or keeping you up at night, you have to talk about it. You have to get it out of your body. When you start to talk about it, that's when you're able to implement change. That's when you're able to brainstorm of solutions. And when you can think of solutions, now you're inspired. Now when you're inspired, you're about to take action. And that is when you're going to live your life full out. I want to thank my entire Living Full Out team who puts this whole show together. I also want to thank Russell Hornbeek. I want to thank Jack Gilnack, everybody who was a part of this show today. It's all about living life full out. It's all about building a legacy. And you know what? Together, we did that here today. Together, we have inspired people. Everybody who's listening, I want you to live your life full out. Grab it with both hands because it's yours. Okay, my name is Nancy Solari. This is a Living Full Out radio show. We will be back next week. Remember, the number to call in is 800-333-0001. That is our call-in number. You can also call that number if you need any coaching or, you know, assistance in helping to get yourself to that next place. But thank you so much for everybody calling in. This is the Living Full Out radio show. Have a great day.
Channels, the radio channels, CRN.
Live from the world-famous Las Vegas Strip at Michael Gaughan's South Point Hotel, Casino, and Spa, the entertainment capital of the world, it's The Dennis Bono Show, featuring the Bob Rosario Ensemble and Corey Sachs. I'm Mike McHugh, and now, ladies and gentlemen, here he is, the star of our show. Here's Dennis Bono.